Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're here with Little Vodka again, and today we're going to talk about step 2 of training your dog to look here. Okay, now in the last video, our step was pretty clear. We didn't use any verbal command. We got the attention of the dog with the treat, held it to our nose. Yes! As soon as he looks at you, you give him the treat. We're teaching look here. So today we're actually going to do a couple of things different. Okay, there's a cat in the way. But we're going to do a couple of things different. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the treat. So instead of holding the treat in our dominant hand and putting that on our nose, we're going to hide the treat behind our back so he's not looking at the treat. We're also going to add 2 verbal instructions. We're going to use his name. So I'm going to say vodka, and then he looks at me, sort of. And then it's going to be look here. And I'm going to direct with my hand to where I want his eyes to go. When he does it, I'm going to say yes, because that's my mark. That's my mark to let him know he did a good job. You don't have to use yes. You can use a clicker. You can use a different word, a different sound. It doesn't matter. As long as it's always the same thing. We use yes. I'm not fond of clickers. But if you have a clicker and you like it, use it. So we'll say yes. We will count to 2 in our head, not out loud. So we'll basically go yes, 1, 2, treat. Okay? Because we want to give him a treat, but we just want to delay the treat just a little bit, just so he starts to understand that yes is the reward and the treat comes after. So let's give it a shot. Remember, you're only going to move on to step 2 here when they've mastered step 1. And we have some distractions here because we have like 3 kittens running around. So hopefully he'll do this. He is still young. Distractions happen. Remember, don't punish if they don't do it. So what we're going to do, treat in my non-dominant hand, hide it behind my back, and I go, vodka, look here, yes, snack, okay? And then start to pull back the amount of time between yes and snack. So always let him finish chewing, and it doesn't matter if he's sitting, lying down, it really doesn't matter. This particular cue has nothing to do with his position. He can be sitting, standing up, running around. I still need look here to work, no matter what his position is. Okay, so we're going to try it again. Vodka! Look here! Yes! Treat. Okay? And people have been asking, what do I use for treats? What I'm using is, I'll show you the bag in a second here. I just need to get another handful. These are actually from Wolfpack. So if you're Canadian and you want these kind of treats, I'll put a link at some point in the description to Wolfpack. That's, sorry for the lighting. The sun is coming out and going away. It's a cloudy sort of day. So I'll put a link in the description, but it only works if you're Canadian. So if you're not Canadian, I'm sure they have a subscription box in your country. I know in the States they have BarkBox and another one. I don't remember them all. I do Wolfpack because I'm in Canada, so I'll put a link to that. That's where I get my treats because they're really yummy for these dogs. So again, we're going to try it again. Vodka, look here. Yes! And then always wait for him to finish his treat. He's a bit of a slow treat eater, so we always wait. And when he loses interest, you're going to want to stop your training session. So, vodka, look here. Yes! And so now the treat is not coming from your nose. Okay, your treat's not coming from your face. He's getting rewarded for doing that, and he's not following the treat. So, vodka, look here. Yes! Good boy. I'm giving you several small treats because that was not good. There you go. Have those ones. Good boy. And you can love him up. You love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And that is step 2. Okay, you're going to want to repeat that step until he is excellent. And we always use a leash during training sessions just because leash means business. Okay, so we're always using a leash. I recommend using a leash during training sessions. 1, it gets them really used to the leash. 2, it lets them know this is serious. We got to pay attention. Okay, because I really do want him to pay attention during training sessions. So we're just going to get a couple more, and then this treat bag will be done, and we'll have to use a different treat bag for next session. Okay? Vodka, look here. Yes. Okay, so he gets lots of snacks, and you keep repeating this till he's really good at it. You don't move on to step 3 until, there you go. Good boy. You don't move on to step 3 until he's really good at this. And remember, you're going to sit on the ground if he's a little puppy because don't want to be too far. You don't want him to have to look really high. Okay? That comes in step 3. So you're still working on the ground. Now, if you have a medium-sized dog like Whiskey, you can sit in a chair. If you have a larger-sized dog like Tequila is now, you can stand up. Okay? Either way, you do want to be at the proper height for your dog. So that's why we're working on the ground, because he is still, hi. He is still a little dude, and he's very tired, and he has grass on his nose. Yeah, you have grass on your nose. But either way, he's a really, really adorable puppy. He's a freakishly adorable puppy. So that's what you do for step 2, over and over and over again until you are sure he's really good at it. Because you don't want to move on to the next step until you're sure he's responding. Okay? Because he needs to know what you want. So now he's starting to know that look here means look at my face. Okay? So if I go vodka, vodka. Yeah, I know. Look here. Yay, good boy. Yeah, you can use praise. Right now we're still using treats. There you go. Good boy. So right now we're still using treats. But you can delay the treat just a little bit so he starts to learn you don't necessarily need the treat. You want to be rewarded by my yes. Yes, I'm excited. Yes, I'm happy that you did it. Yes, you dropped a treat on the floor. It's right there. Yeah, you missed one. And the cat's back. So that is step 2. So you're going to repeat that step over and over and over again until he's got it. It's important not to move on until he's mastered the look here means look at my face, and you're still using your hand to direct that. You just don't have a treat in it. Okay, so use your hand so that he still knows this is where we're looking. We're looking at my face. Look in my eyes, man. Yeah, look in my eyes. Good boy. So I'm not going to show you how to do that with different sized dogs simply because I showed in the first video. And if you want to teach your dog to look here, you really should start with that video anyway. So go back, look at the first video, and it'll also show you how to position yourself with different sized dogs, because you don't have to do this with only puppies. If you got a new dog and they're a little bit older, you can absolutely work with them and teach them all the same stuff. Despite what they say, older dogs can learn new tricks. So that's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.